Hello friends, now we shall discuss disaster recovery plan, and this is part 3. As you know, in the part 1 and part 2 video we have already discussed various concepts about disaster recovery plan, and in this part 3 video we shall discuss some case study based MCQs as per the new pattern of questions asked in the exams related to I&AD. So let's start. Friends, before discussing further, let me remind you that in this channel there are more than 100 videos related to C6 paper, and these videos are related to IS governance, IS security, business continuity plan, disaster recovery plan, SDLC, then also IT handbook, IT manual, IT Act, Aadhaar Act. So I have given all this playlist name and also link. You can also get the link in my description below, and if you want you can just click on the playlist channel and you will find all these video of the topic at one place. Hope you will avail the benefit. This is the first case study. RK Style Mart is a fast growing online retailer that sells dresses, shoes, watches, laptops, mobile phones, headphones, etc. During a festive sale, thousands of customers were placing orders through its website. Suddenly, due to continuous rain, heavy flooding affected the city where the company's primary data center was located. The IT team discovered that several servers had become inaccessible. So, RK Style Mart का main काम है retail business, and it was accepting the orders through website, but where there is its servers, due to heavy rain, it became inaccessible. Customer orders, payment records, and inventory data were at risk. The management was concerned because even a short interruption could result financial losses and also customer dissatisfaction. The disaster recovery team immediately reviewed the organization's disaster recovery plan. A business impact analysis had earlier been identified that the e-commerce platform is a critical system. The company had established a hot site in another city with updated applications and data backups. Within a short period, operations were switched to the hot site. Customers continued purchasing dresses, sports shoes, smartwatches, laptops, mobile accessories with minimal disruptions. Because the recovery time objective was very low and the recovery point objective was close to zero, only negligible data loss occurred. So this is a case study. Now let us discuss some MCQs based on this case study. What should be the first activity while preparing a disaster recovery plan? Perform business impact analysis, develop recovery strategy, purchase backup servers, appoint recovery team. So the first activity is to perform business impact analysis, because business impact analysis actually identifies which is the critical system, its impact and recovery requirement before designing recovery strategies. So जब business impact analysis हो जाएगा, then based on that the disaster recovery plan will be prepared so that the most important critical systems will be recovered first, and on that basis less important critical system will be given priority. Friends, now you can purchase your required goods while watching this video. इस वीडियो की लेफ्ट बॉटम पार्ट में आपको एक लिंक मिलेगा एंड आप इस लिंक में क्लिक करके कोई भी ई कॉमर्स साइट को जा सकते हैं और दैट ई कॉमर्स साइट जैसे कि फ्लिपकार्ट हो सकता है, मिंत्रा हो सकता है, पर्पल हो सकता है, जाके आप आपका मनपसंद चीज जैसे कि शूज, मोबाइल, ड्रेसेस, होम डेकर्स, कंप्यूटर्स, इवन ग्रोसरीज आप परचेज कर सकते हैं एंड मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट इज दिस परचेज इज विथ no extra cost, but this purchase will have a great help to this channel. So I hope you will avail this facility. Which backup facility was most suitable in this case? Cold site, hot site, warm site, reciprocal agreement. So the most suitable site is hot site, क्योंकि a hot site actually contains all the infrastructure only except the updated database. So in any disaster, the hot site can be immediately be made functional only with inclusion or only with the updated database. So in this case, hot site is most suitable. So let us know what is cold site. Cold site is a site where there is only electrical wiring, air conditioning, flooring, but there is no computer, no communication equipment. Similarly, in warm site, there is space, basic infrastructure, few applications are available, but for resumption of services, it requires IT applications and updated data. So cold site में only basic facilities, warm site में थोड़ा extra facility but without any IT application, but hot site में all infrastructure, all IT application except database. So in this case, hot site is more suitable. A very low recovery time objective or RTO indicates that the system can tolerate long downtime, moderate downtime, very little downtime, unlimited downtime. So it is very little downtime. So recovery time objective actually indicates the extent of acceptable system downtime. कितना टाइम तक सिस्टम को हम विदाउट यूज टॉलरेट कर सकते हैं. So low RTO means the system must be restored quickly. If it is more, then there is more time for just restoration. But low recovery time means it needs very minimum time, or if the system is not functional for long time, there will be a huge loss to the company. So low RTO means quick restoration. When RPO or recovery point objective close to zero implies what? Large data loss is acceptable, data backup is not required, recovery is impossible, minimal data loss is acceptable. It is minimal data loss is acceptable. So रिकवरी पॉइंट ऑब्जेक्टिव और आरपीओ का मतलब है डिजास्टर के बाद एक कंपनी ने कितना डाटा लॉस को एक्सेप्ट कर सकता है. सो इफ आरपीओ इज लेस मतलब इट कैन एक्सेप्ट वेरी लेस डाटा लॉस, एंड इफ आरपीओ इज मोर मीन्स इट कैन एक्सेप्ट मोर डाटा लॉस. सो इन दिस केस आरपीओ इज जीरो मतलब दिस कंपनी will accept very less data loss, or it can afford very less data loss. What is the main objective of a disaster recovery plan? Increase recovery cost, increase downtime, reduce recovery time and recovery cost, eliminate all risk. So the objective is to reduce recovery time and recovery cost. So disaster recovery plan का actually aim होता है after any disaster to restore operation efficiently with minimum loss of data and also with minimum cost. So कितना कम टाइम में कितना कम डाटा लॉस करके कितना कम खर्चा में सिस्टम को रिकवरी कर किया जा सकता है. दिस इज द ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ डिजास्टर रिकवरी प्लान. फ्रेंड्स, you may join as a member of this channel to avail various benefits जैसे कि to watch practice set videos, to watch mock test videos, to watch case study based videos, to get priority reply for your comments, to join with the creator through social media, and also to avail personal assistance from the creator for any of your doubt on any subject. Hope you will join as a member to avail all these benefits. This is second case study. Arcade Trade Industries manufactures branded shoes and smartwatches. The company operates from multiple regional offices and maintains a centralized information system. To reduce expenses, management did not invest in an expensive hot site, but suddenly a fire accident damaged the main server room. So आर्केड ट्रेड इंडस्ट्री के पास हॉट साइट नहीं है और उसका जो सर्वर रूम में a fire accident occurred. Although the physical office remained safe, the company's information system became unavailable. The organization had already entered into a reciprocal arrangement with its regional office located in another state. The alternate office provided temporary facilities allowing employees to continue processing customer orders and suppliers payment. So जब there is a fire accident, कंपनी का जो इंफॉर्मेशन सिस्टम इट बिकेम अनअवेलेबल और उसके पास तो हॉट साइट नहीं था, लेकिन इट हैज मेड एन रेसिप्रोकल अरेंजमेंट विथ इट्स रीजनल ऑफिस लोकेटेड इन अनदर स्टेट, एंड इन दैट स्टेट or in the signal office the company started its functioning. Since the affected systems are not highly critical, management accepted a relatively higher recovery time objective. The company also accepted some level of data loss because backups were taken daily. The disaster highlighted the importance of cost-effective recovery arrangements for organizations with limited budget. So this is the second case study. Now we shall discuss some MCQs. Which recovery strategy is most suitable for a business with multiple offices and limited recovery budget? Commercial hot site, mirror site, reciprocal arrangement, dedicated hot site. So the suitable option is reciprocal arrangement. क्योंकि this company has another regional offices with limited budget, it cannot maintain a commercial hot site or mirror site or dedicated hot site. Its best option is to make arrangements in its other offices. This is known as reciprocal arrangement, and this is very cost effective. The company accepted a higher RTO. What does it indicate? Lower disaster tolerance, higher disaster tolerance, no recovery requirement, zero downtime. It is higher disaster tolerance. So RTO or recovery time objective means after disaster एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कितना टाइम एक्सेप्ट कर सकता है टू रिकवर द सिस्टम. इफ द आरटीओ इज लेस, मतलब इट कैन एक्सेप्ट वेरी लेस टाइम. If the RTO is more, that means it can accept much time, means उसका जो disaster tolerance is high. It can accept more time for recovery, or it can manage its organization without functioning for a longer period. But if RTO is less, it cannot manage without functioning for a longer period. Which factor mainly determines recovery point objective or RPO? Acceptable data loss, office location, number of employees, hardware cost. It is acceptable data loss. So recovery point objective define करता है कितना amount of data loss after a disaster an organization can tolerate. If RPO is less, it can accept very less data loss. If RPO is high or more, it can accept more data loss. Which backup site generally has the lowest expenditure? Hot site, warm site, mirror site, or reciprocal arrangement? So the lowest option is reciprocal arrangement, क्योंकि हॉट साइट, वार्म साइट और मिरर साइट में देयर इज ए सेपरेट लोकेशन उनको तैयार करना पड़ता है विथ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर और विथ ऑल द फैसिलिटीज एटसेट्रा. बट रेसिप्रोकल अरेंजमेंट में क्या होता है, देयर इज नो सेपरेट अरेंजमेंट. दूसरा कोई लोकेशन में और किसी ऑफिस के साथ देयर शुड बी एन एग्रीमेंट टू यूटिलाइज देयर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर ड्यूरिंग डिजास्टर. इट मे बी ओन ऑफिस और एनी अदर ऑफिसेस. सो इनमें बहुत कम खर्चा आता है. सो दिस इज द मोस्ट लेस एक्सपेंसिव ऑप्शन फॉर डिजास्टर रिकवरी. What is the general effect of increasing the recovery time objective or RTO? Reduces disaster tolerance, increases disaster tolerance, eliminates downtime, or requires data mirroring. So the effect is it increases disaster tolerance. So RTO और recovery time objective means एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन डिजास्टर के बाद कितना टाइम का नॉन फंक्शनिंग एक्सेप्ट कर सकता है. सो इफ द RTO इज लेस means it can accept very less time, and if the RTO is more, that means it can accept more time for recovering its system. This is the third case study. RK Digital Pay Services provides online banking and payment services through laptops, smartphones, tablets, and wearable devices. Millions of transactions are proposed every day. Even a few minutes of downtime can affect customers and financial institutions. The management decided to implement data mirroring between the primary data center and a mirrored facility located in another seismic zone. The organization established an RTO of nearly zero and an RPO of less than 1 minute. One day, a major network failure affected the primary site. Because the data mirroring was already in place, the secondary facility immediately took over operations, and customers continued making online payments with purchase of watches, laptops, shoes, and clothing. The incident demonstrated the importance of selecting an appropriate recovery strategy based on business requirements rather than only considering cost. So in this case, the organization has already a mirror facility. That means there is a replica database in another site so that it can just manage its functioning after a network failure in the primary site. So based on this case study, let us discuss some questions. When data mirroring is most appropriate option? response time objective is low, response time objective is high, disaster tolerance is high, recovery requirement are minimal. It is response time objective is low. So RPO low matlab the organization needs very minimum time for recovering its system. So if there is a mirror site, means all the facilities like space, basic infrastructure, all applications, updated database are available. That means that is another replica of the original site. There is hardly any further requirement for functioning this site. So it takes very less time, or it takes nil time for effective another functioning with this site. So there is very less data loss and also very less time to recover. What does an RTO of nearly zero indicates? Long downtime is acceptable, processing interruption must be minimal, recovery is not required, data loss is unlimited. It is processing interruption must be minimal. So system must resume operation almost immediately. RTO matlab response time objective, zero means immediately another system will function. Why should an offsite facility be located away from the primary site? To eliminate backups, to increase travel time, to avoid exposure to the same risks, to reduce security. It is to avoid exposure to the same risk. So when there will be alternative site for backup, this should be geographically separated. So सेम प्लेस में जब दो फैसिलिटी रहेगा तो दोनों फैसिलिटी विल बी एक्सपोज टू द सेम रिस्क, जैसे कि साइक्लोन हो सकता है, फ्लड हो सकता है, हेवी रेन हो सकता है, अर्थक्वेक हो सकता है. इसलिए टू अवॉइड दिस टाइप ऑफ सिचुएशन द अल्टरनेटिव साइट शुड बी इन अ डिफरेंट लोकेशन, geographically different location. What does a system with RTO equal to 0 and RPO equal to 1 minute indicates? 1 hour data loss, 1 day downtime, unlimited interruption, 1 minute data loss but processing must continue. It is 1 minute data loss but processing must continue. RTO 0 means the processing must continue, there will be no gap. But RPO 1 minute means the last 1 minute data may be lost, or they may accept maximum 1 minute data loss. So RTO 0 means processing must continue. RPO 1 minute means maximum 1 minute data loss can be tolerated. What does lower RTO generally results in? Lower recovery cost, no backup requirement, higher recovery cost, lower system availability. It is higher recovery cost, क्योंकि response time is very less or zero. मतलब everything will be kept ready, infrastructure, space, data backup, everything will be kept ready, so that the response time will be very minimum. For that, the cost of equipments facility will be high, so it will be higher recovery cost. Friends, I hope this video is beneficial to you, and if so, please don't forget to give a like to this video. One like to this video is just a click for you, but it will provide great encouragement to the creator to create more such videos. थैंक यू, फिर मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में। बाय बाय।